and today we're looking at the top 5 most dangerous water slides to ever exist. Now we post tons of videos about water slide accidents, crazy water slides, and most recently we showcased some banned water slides that went absolutely viral. If you want to see more videos about water slides, make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe. Let's see if we can break our biggest like goal ever of 15,000 likes. I know it's a lot, but we could totally do it. Anyways, with that said, let's get right into the video. Number 5. When you think of places to visit as a thrill seeker, a random forest in an unknown part of Europe probably doesn't make the list, but thanks to this truly insane water slide, it probably should. This slide is completely homemade and is almost impossible to ride successfully, as the chance of things going wrong or people getting injured is just way too high. Those brave enough to try it have to first climb up a 200-foot tower, then launch themselves down the water chute with only muddy banks on either side to cushion their fall. Most people look like they abandon their mats, knowing that'll probably stop them from reaching that top speed, but boy, that looks super reckless. If they fail to go fast enough, they're basically left sprawling in the mud as the chute tries to blast them across a 30-foot gap before the second half of the slide. If they make it, there's no telling what'll happen at the end, as those riding are flung in completely random directions. I mean, it looks like a great way to break a bone, but those playing seem to be enjoying themselves, so let me know in the comments if you'd be willing to try it if someone paid you $1,000. I mean, I honestly probably would. Number 4. Okay, this slide was at least built by professionals at an actual water park, but if you think that makes it any less dangerous, you'd be wrong. The Cannonball Falls ride at Mountain Creek Water Park was shut down when new owners took over, so you can't experience the craziness for yourself, but the comments of the video are filled with people sharing their memories of one of the most dangerous water slides in recent history. Okay, for a start, the slides are completely concrete, which doesn't make for the most comfortable ride, and as if that wasn't enough, 6 people have actually died at the park. Even worse though, before going on the ride, people are sprayed with hoses filled with ice cold water, basically to get you ready for the temperature of the main pool. Add that to the speed at which you fly out of the tubes as well as the height you get, and it seems like a ride that's just asking for trouble, even if it does look like so much fun though. Number 3. Now if anyone is qualified to test out the most dangerous water slides in the world, it's the Mythbusters, so it's no surprise that they went one step further and built their own. The slide is simple, it's just one straight slope leading to a kicker at the bottom, but allows the rider to get some serious air and travel a huge distance. The ride was created to test a video that went viral on YouTube of a stunt slider traveling 70 feet after launching off a slide and landing perfectly in a tiny target. Amazingly, the slide actually worked, and Mythbusters Adam managed to travel the same 70 feet and landed with the same amount of accuracy after just a few attempts. However, the slide doesn't exactly look like one you'd ride for fun, as not only does it involve sliding down a hill for an uncomfortable amount of time, but you're also plunged into an icy cold lake. With that said though, it does show that sometimes science can be fun, and that even the Mythbusters know how to enjoy themselves.
Yeah, we'll break a leg.
Here we go.
But will a slide from the very top be enough to launch Adam the same distance as the video stunt slider?
3, 2, 1. Oh, it doesn't take much. Here we go. Whoa!
To me, the soul of this myth boils down to accuracy.
That was a perfect splash landing.
Dude, I didn't even break it!
And propelled him 70 feet, and then directly into the center of the pseudo kiddie pool.
Number 2. Okay, most of the water slides on this list are pretty intense, but this one seems like it would probably be safer just to call it quits and shut it down completely. Like, backyard water slides are pretty common, but this Austin attraction was maybe just too extreme, at least for David Salmon. David was riding it when he reached a difficult corner and threw his arm out to slow himself down. However, it wasn't enough and he was launched over the side of the track. Not only that, but he fell 15 feet onto the rocks below as the whole slide had to be built over the side of a rocky cliff. Thankfully he lived, but he wasn't exactly unharmed. He actually broke his arm as well as fracturing his ribs and gaining several cuts and bruises. Once it was all over though, he kept his sense of humor and came to the conclusion that he was probably just getting a bit too old for water slides.
Watch the shocking moment this man was sliding down a private water slide in Texas when his worst nightmare happened. David Simon fell 10 to 15 feet off the slide and onto rocks, but miraculously survived. Simon recounted what happened in a Facebook post writing, "Too dang old to be going down water slide. Fell off this one that is over a rocky cliff. First time in an ambulance. I'm currently in the hospital in Round Rock. Broke my arm and fractured ribs. Multiple lacerations on my back, arms, and side. Just found out I don't need surgery, so that's good news. One more night in Austin, then I can go home to Dallas." I can't imagine that he'll be heading down any water slides anytime soon after that mishap.
Okay, here's our honorable mention. When parents go away on vacation, most teenagers take it as an opportunity to throw a party or turn up the music a little more, but this kid had something completely different in mind. When his parents took a 10-day trip, he and his friends turned into DIY masters and built a water slide so extreme that only a teenager could have come up with it. The slide starts on the roof of his house and after a 60-foot drop launches the rider 16 feet along the grass into a tiny kid's pool placed just the right distance away. There are literally so many opportunities for things to go wrong, from flying off the side of the extremely skinny slide to overshooting the distance and landing face first in the grass. But I really don't think that's enough to stop any of these guys from trying it. Surprisingly, every single one of them lands in the pool, and to be honest, it looks so much more fun than any forbidden house party could possibly be.
You're in danger. So has it just been like, I'm gonna jump over rocks. What happened? Oh, Nick was down the top. Oh, yeah. Damn it. Are you recording, John?
Yeah.